Hello, everybody, and welcome. Welcome to Intuitive Stretch, a meditation in motion. I am your host and guide, Ivy Ladone. And today we are going to go ahead and stretch our bodies, not just our bodies, but our heart and our mind, and expand our consciousness also, right? So you don't need anything except for your beautiful self. If you'd like to join me in the ritual practice, you can grab a smudge stick, you can grab a Palo Santo, an incense, a tea light candle. But if you don't have any of those things, that's okay too, because I like to remind you that you are the technology. All right, so when you're ready, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I have a little Palo Santo with me today. I got a smudge stick. Well, I wouldn't say so much of a smudge stick, to be honest, you guys. I have a couple pieces of sage. So as you smudge yourself, or you can smudge your area, be intentional about your healing and clearance. So as you clear away, you have the density. This is your auric field that you are cleansing, by the way. Hey. All right. And then I've got a little smudge sage piece here. Really funny, actually. It's almost nothing. But I like to go ahead and also smudge my space with a sage, white sage. But if you don't have any of these things, like I said, you are also the technology, so you can visualize all of this experience. All right. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and set our intention. And of course, if I'm ever moving a little too fast for you, you can always just slow things down. You can pause the video. You can come back to this, okay? All right. Note to self, don't ever pick face before teaching a class. So full transparency, don't do it to yourself. Hope this doesn't affect you in any way. All right. Let's go ahead and light our light from within, and also, right, light that light externally, but it's going to be in tandem that we're lighting our light, right? So we're lighting our external light at the same time as we are igniting our internal flame, setting an intention for this practice. If this practice is something you're doing at the end of your day, then this is a practice, right? A mantra, an affirmation, a statement that you want to carry with you for the rest of the evening into your resting realm, so that it can really manifest, right, in your subconscious. And of course, if you're seeing this or experiencing this or trying this class in the morning, then this is something that you want to take with you throughout your day. So what is your intention today? What is your intention tonight, whenever it is that you're watching? And it can be anything simple, and it can... All right, let's do this. And if you don't have a tea light candle, you can always I can share mine, okay? So let's do this. What is your intention? You can start your intention by saying, I am healing towards, I am working on, I receive, I claim, right? Okay, so what is your intention? All right. So this is Intuitive Stretch, and I am your host and guide, and I do allow my vessel to be a form of channel for us in communication with the divine. So intuitively speaking, I want to share that my intention, and you can share that below as well, or you can keep that to yourself, or maybe journal it down, write it on a post-it note to remind yourself, right, around your house. But my intention today is to become more self-aware. My intention is I am learning to see myself. I am learning to see more of myself. I am learning to see more of myself so that I can also learn what parts of myself I no longer want around, and the parts of myself that I am ready to tune up and upgrade. So my intention is to have better self-awareness, to work on better self-awareness. What is your intention? Yay. All right. Let's go ahead and put our light right there. We'll keep the flame on because, let that be out in the energetics. But before we get into our stretch, let's get into our breath work, baby. Let's do it. Breath work. I love it. Let's do it. All right. So for this section, you can go ahead and lay down. You can sit up, whatever feels comfortable for you. This is primarily for you to work on your breathing. And by doing that, you will then have better conversation and communication with your body, right? Your physical self, but also your spiritual self, because you're quieting also the mind, and the heart then grows louder. And when the heart grows louder, then you're tapping into more of the esoteric part of your nature, which is the spiritual part. Okay. So let's get into it. All right, finding a comfortable position. I'm going to go ahead and sit up nice and tall. And if you're doing this with me, sitting up nice and tall, go ahead and just grip your knees with your hands like this. And as you do that, see if you can extend your arms, lift up the chest, lengthen the spine. Take a big inhale, big exhale, and come inward into the body. Close the eyes. Allow the breath to get slower and heavier. Nice. And maybe you're already starting to pick up on how fast your heart rate was going, where your mindset was, where your emotions were placed. If there are any aches in the body, you'd want to now acknowledge them for your own awareness so that you can stretch it out. You can also make it known for yourself so that way you can communicate it to us in the group chat here. So that way we can make an intention to stretch out that particular area next intuitive stretch class. And all of this is just for you to grow in your self-awareness. So take a couple seconds to take those inhales and exhales. And as you do that, allow yourself to communicate with yourself, mentally speaking. Anything that wants to come forward, don't neglect. And if there's anything bizarre, you don't have to judge anything. You can quite literally say, okay, that's that. Maybe laugh a little bit and keep it moving. And what you're doing is just, again, allowing your inner dialogue to just show up so that you have better understanding of what is going on inside. I'll give you a couple seconds to just talk with yourself. Be an observer of your mind. All right, and I'm going to ask for you to pause here and just reflect on the last maybe single, double, or three pieces of information that came forward. Maybe there was one big piece of information that came forward. Maybe there were two, maybe there were three, maybe there were a bunch. But either way, we're looking at the first three that came in. And if nothing quite necessarily came in particular that has your attention, that's okay too. We're just getting to know ourselves, and that's also a piece of information for you as well. Nothing good and nothing bad, just information. So let's go ahead and work on our breathing. Take note of where you are at this moment. Are we feeling fidgety? Are we feeling extremely relaxed? And however you're feeling is okay. It's just once again for you to have better awareness. Let's start with a big inhale here for 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll hold it at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all out. Big exhale through the mouth for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Once again, big inhale for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it at the top for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Big exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last time. Big inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. You'll hold it at the top. Lift the shoulders up to the ears for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Biggest exhale through the mouth. Make some wind. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping your eyes closed. I'm going to call upon our ancestors of love and light to be with us here and now as we dive into this introspective practice we call intuitive stretch. As we work with the oracle, may the messages that come forward be connected to the divine. May they be the most authentic, clear messages for us, those who are coming across this replay. May we be held in love and in light. Thank you for these messages. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. All right. Carefully and slowly begin to lift your eyes. All right. So let's get into the oracle reading. Let's get into the oracle reading. Let's get into the reading. Let's get into the... Okay. All right, guys. So what are we working with today? We are working with the Oracle of the 7 Energies. And if you're not familiar with that, it is simply a deck related to the chakra system, the chakra body, which is the energetic center of your auric field, okay? Your quantum field. And what this deck does is, because it connects to it, it's looking at it now at a collective level. So for right now, energy is timeless. It's in the quantum. So it's right now, as we are intending on it, asking for divine messages for those who are coming across this particular video, this particular class right now. So the messages that come through are specifically potent for those who are here, okay? Not for the entire world, not for Instagram, not for TikTok, but for you who happens to be here right now. So that's the first deck that we are working with. Second deck that we are working with is the Goddess Power Oracle deck. And if you're not sure what that is, oh my goodness, it is a super empowering deck inspired by goddesses through all of the ages. And they are here to offer you messages of empowerment and upliftment on your situation. So we're going to dive in to see what energetic center points, what themes of life we are moving through as a collective, you and I, because I'm involved, right? But what are we moving through all together here in this episode of our life together through our chakra energy body? We'll also have a prescription, right? Because we're going to stretch it out. And then also, how can we empower ourselves? What is the goddess that wants to come through with the message saying like, hey, call upon me and work with my energy through your time frame right now based off of the chakra that is looking that we're looking at. So let's do it. All right. Highest vibrational messages for the Intuitive Stretch Collective. Which energetic center point, which energy center point is our collective working through at this time right now? Thank you so much for these messages, Spirit. Which energy center point, which chakra are we working through at this time? Those watching this class and participating. Oh, okay. Listen, we're going to just, okay. One more shuffle. That usually doesn't happen to me, where I just like flip-flop on the last card. Oh, all right. Oh boy. Okay. Felt pretty good about that. I'm going to leave that right here. Oh my goodness. Interesting cards. Interesting cards. All right, my friends. We got a message here. We always do, but you know. Let's go ahead and inquire with the goddesses to see which goddess or goddesses would like to come forward with a divine message of empowerment and upliftment. All right, no BS. These are the goddesses. Here we go. Which goddess would like to come forward regarding our chakra system, our throat chakra, and our third eye? which is the particular message here, and a little bit of our sacral, which Goddess would like to come forward in this time right now to offer us empowerment messages, upliftment. What is the energy that we need to move through this time frame? Thank you so much for these messages. And I just want to say that when we were praying to our ancestors, I felt a little like cool, energetic in my spine, in the back. And that's just like confirmation, you know, like, yes, 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 yes. So that's nice. It's been a pretty emotional, you know, week for me. Full transparency. It's my birthday week, so very introspective, very emotional. All right. So I feel pretty confident with this. The cards, they feel dense. I do want to say that as I'm shuffling for the goddesses, they feel heavy. They feel like there's a lot of momentum. There's a lot of energetics here. There's a lot of thickness, density. Yeah, just want to say that. I'm not sure how I want to go about that yet, but okay. So that is this, and that's here. Okay, let's do this, shall we? Right. Hold on. All right. Pump. All right, ready, guys? Yay. All right, so what is it that you are working on at this moment, at this time when you're watching this, right? This is a timeless, you can come back to this always, of course, if you feel drawn to this. I'm just particularly saying that the week that I'm filming this, I'm moving through my birthday, blah, blah, blah. But this is really a timeless reading because it's based off of the messages that come through, and that's why it's intuitive. It's not like for the week of. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is, but not this one. Okay. Here we go. So what messages want to come out for you? What chakra center point? What theme of life are you moving through at this time frame? Well, my friend, you are moving through a form of self-expression, communication, and imagination and intuition and guidance, and your own inner guidance, and visualizing yourself and stuff of the future. So there's that you expressing it into the reality, you expressing it to yourself, you communicating it with yourself, with others, already there. That's that theme, right? You being able to visualize something for yourself, something like that. Like maybe you're not able to in some way, not see the future somehow. We're going to get deeper into that, but here are the messages for you. So number 29 comes forward, and this is a throat chakra card, and this is the Awakening Genius. This is such a beautiful card. This is, as you can see, like a very, you know, I want to say like ancestral looking, indigenous, you know, member of the family wearing like a very authentic, you know, really, albeit archaic headpiece, you know, spiritually divine, inspired, right? With like the rainbow colors and the flower, the lotus flower, all of that stuff. So Awakening Genius is about really, and it's the throat chakra. So it's about you expressing, you arriving, right? In this expression of awakening. It's like you reaching a new level, new height, a new experience, a new acknowledgement of who you are and what you want to be and how you want to show up for yourself in the world. An Awakening Genius is also correlated to that, that connection to creativity. And I think this is really interesting because the card that comes forward in the Goddess Power deck is also connected to creativity. We're going to get into that and see how all of that connects. But essentially, you have number 29, Awakening Genius, the throat chakra. The throat chakra, just for further clarity, is right here. And it is correlated to, again, your throat, but also the way that you communicate. The throat is also in astrology connected to Taurus and a little bit of Gemini. So I'm not sure if you're dealing with Taurus or Gemini at some point. Communication, 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 expression, okay? It is also about your speech. It's about also expressing your individual needs and your will. It's the very pure. It relates to the ethers. It's the respiratory system, you know, higher intelligence, and of course, the power of communication, okay? All right. Number 40 also comes through in the chakra system, and this is your third eye, all right, 40. And your third eye deals with a higher consciousness. It's really about your intuition, And we were talking about your being able to see the future, being able to visualize, right? And see the future for yourself. And part of your intuition is, yes, being able to see into the future, but the downside of having this blocked is exactly that, not being able to see the future. And so intuition is really about your inner guidance and just that knowing inside where you're like, I can't see clearly. Walk by faith, not by sight. That statement, we are walking by faith, not by sight. That is a perfect statement for your intuition, okay, for your third eye. And the card that comes through is the land between. Wow. So the land between is a very, very interesting card. It is a beautiful card, actually, my friend. And take what resonates, leave the rest. But first of all, you have number 40 here, and 4 and 0, it sums up to a 4. 4 is the number of foundation. It is the number of pillars of placing your foundations. It takes time to place your foundations. And your foundation is never built like fully, right? It's the foundation. So you don't really see the future. You don't really see the full spectrum of things. You're just still at the very beginning. However, at the very beginning, there is still a lot to ponder. The land between is essentially that. You are neither there and you're neither here, but you are in between. And there's power in that because the land between empowers you to accept who you were and now where you want to go. And so this card is actually coming forward to remind you like the land between is where you are right now. And it's not to be taken for granted. It's not to be taken advantage of either. Meaning like, oh, I don't have to do shit. I don't have to do anything. So I'm just gonna it's not that either. It's a contemplative card. It's an introspective card. It's an accountability card. It's an acceptance card. And it's also a gratitude card. It's saying, love the land of in between, for the land in between will become your new home because it'll birth the new you, essentially, for you to take the step forward. It's that powerful. So don't take for granted where you are right now, is essentially what's happening. The grand genius awakening, the grand awakening, I guess. The awakening genius with the land between is a powerful spread, my friend, because put them together. If you are awakening to yourself and to your own expression and to the way that you want to go about this situation or your time, the time in your life, or who you are, or how you want to present yourself in this new chapter, and you're doing that while you are actually physically, because in the land in between, because you could be having this experience, but you could be having this experience while you're like not in the land in between, while you're already like on that land with like those people and like all of that. And you're like, oh my God, tower moment. I am a new person. I want new things. I want different things. I want expansion. But you're already there. So that means a lot of things are going to have to probably, right? No, this spread is saying the opposite. This is not the opposite, but this spread is saying like, boo, you're having this major epiphany, this major awakening to yourself while you are physically actually in this time span of your life where you're not actually there and you weren't that you're not back there anymore. So you're like here, and at the same time, you're experiencing this inner expansion of yourself, of your identity, who you are, spirituality, all of that. And it's beautiful. So don't take for granted where you are right now. Don't get lost in the, oh my God. Really try to ground all of this energy in. And as you ground, you're going to start to really acknowledge it, acknowledge where you are right now. And it's going to give more power to where you are right now, which is the only thing that matters. All right, moving forward, you have the goddess Bridget. Goddess Bridget, she's so cute. Look at her. Oh, Goddess Bridget comes forward, and she is the goddess of creative spark. This is number 8. 8 is like an infinite number. Creative spark is gorgeous. The creative spark, I will say, if we're talking about chakras, we're talking about goddesses, we're talking about energy. So this is a throat chakra card expression. This is a third eye and imagination and intuition card. The goddesses really don't have like this kind of theme, but if you're looking at number 8 here and with the creativity card, this is sacral. have your sacral energy right here, 2 inches below your belly button. And I want to just say that the bottom of the deck for the chakra cards is number 8. Into me, I see. There's something here that you're exploring within yourself on a creative level. What I'm saying right now is that, okay, so it's not as creative, it's not as artistic. There's a difference. Creativity, artistry. I'm not talking about the creative part of like artistry. You could be, but I'm talking more about like the creative part of you, nature of you, that is giving birth to a new identity, giving birth to a new form of being, giving birth to a new philosophy, new perspective, new way of speaking, communicating, that kind of you. And the Into Me I See card here is confirmation of that. Like you're seeing a new version of yourself, a new part of yourself. Bridget comes forward though to tell you, like, my friend, throughout this time frame, get into your creativity, because yes, now we're talking about those artistic elements, because as you get into more of the creative things, your nature is to create. You're a human, so your nature is to naturally just produce something into the world. And when it's fun, it's creative, and the fun is what allows you to liberate. It's a liberating feeling, which is what's going to help you in this in between land where you're like, oh, I don't know. It's that liberation that you're seeking. Liberate me from this stuckness, from this stagnancy, from this, I don't know. So get into the creative spark. Get out there and go to one of those like pottery classes again, like you used to. Or, um, you know, take a trip to Miami and go to the Clevelander and do body art, paint. Or, you know, do open up that t-shirt selling brand, and start paint. Like, I don't know, but like get into things like that spark your flame, right? Last thing I want to say is the bottom of the deck, as I told you, for the chakras, but let's look at it for the goddesses. Oh my gosh, overall message here for the goddesses is the past, number 37, goddess Mnemosyne. And goddess Mnemosyne of the past, basically overall message is saying like, man, it's almost like an identity of yourself is at work here in this time frame that you're dealing with. And it's not to say that you're completely a new identity. You're not like awakening to like a whole new version where you're completely forgetting. It's not like a 360. It's like a 180. Like you're still yourself. You're still, working with parts of yourself. That's why you're here. You are who you are. But at the end of the day, like that part of yourself that got you here can't really take you where you want to go or where you're meant to go. So it's saying while you are here and you want to do this, be this, get in your creativity, work that energy up. Okay. Let me know how that resonates for you. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and stretch. I definitely need it. Let's go. All right, here we go. In a comfortable position. Ooh, let's stretch. Let all of that information marinate, right?